him up, lay it down just like Matt Amari. Wrestling RHAPUp's gonna make it sorry. Feeling like The Rock, cause I'm driving in Ferraris. And we coming every weekend, it's feeling like a party. Will I Ric Flair, Showing out like Bianca Belair, Best podcast, flush it in the air, From the rings and we win it, don't care, No cap. Throw him up, lay it down just like Matt Amari. Wrestling RHAPUp's gonna make it sorry. Feeling like The Rock, cause I'm driving in Ferraris. And we coming every weekend, it's feeling like a party.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wrestling RHAPUp podcast. I'm your host, Mari Forth, and with me, as always, my
as usual.
co-host, well, not last week, but Matt Scott. Matt, how are you?
I'm pissed. First of all, let me just bring up some things. Why did you replace me last week? Why is Grace Leader, your guest co-host, trying to drive a wedge between us? First, you win. First, she puts us in a match for the Wrestling RHAPUp Championship, and you barely win, right? Like, it was basically a tie. You cheated.
I won
but
by
anyway,
like 10
we're going to
points.
keep going. Please don't interrupt me.
Okay.
I have to keep going. So then, Grace doesn't let me get my rematch against you, which I deserve.
Getting back in the line.
And then, I literally, I have champ written all over me. And then, Grace comes on here and starts to call out the Matt crybabies. And I'm just like, what the hell? What the hell? I thought we were cool. So I have beef. I have a few feuds that I have to deal with. But I'm going to finish my story soon. I don't know when I'm getting my rematch.
I think you're going up against Grace at Elimination Chamber. So you can at least get some revenge on her.
Oh, I'm going to get my licks in. Don't worry. But you know what? I'm the champ. But we also have a couple of, I would call them champs, champ extraordinaires, champ experts. Mari, is that correct?
Oh, very correct, I would say.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Finally, we agree on something after fighting for the last 2 minutes. But no, let me get into it. Let's just introduce our guests. Making their way to the podcast, they are the champs who run the camp. The Golden Gods, the Silver Stallions, the Bronze Bad Boys, the Titanium Titans, all the championship materials. The champs are here. Please welcome from the Wrestling RHAPUp Championship Culture. Please
That's right. That's right.
Brandon, the guy, and Hugh. Has the
That's right. That's right. That's right. I like it. I like it. I appreciate it.
He's still going. Wait, he has to pass out first. Okay, there we go.
That was just the champion. I'm just pumped up by all of the gold because Mari's not letting me have the belt, but you have all the belts. So I'm happy that you can be here and maybe I can have one at the end of the day. How are you two doing? Wow, let me catch my breath.
Yeah,
you did.
Right.
Please take a moment because you did that all in one breath. I don't know how you did it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that intro. That was
Thank you.
I didn't know what you were going to say, but that was definitely well worth it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I wasn't expecting that one, but hey, I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Brandon, Hugh, we are so happy to have you guys on. We just love expanding like our community, like the wrestling community, like reaching out to other wrestling podcasts, especially other wrestling podcasts with like Black people and people of color. So thank you so much for coming on. Can you please tell our audience like what you guys do? Talk about what y'all podcast about. I'll let you start, Hugh.
Oh, you're gonna let me start? That's
for a change.
Brandon doesn't let me start.
I know.
He does all the talking. Well, I appreciate it.
Fight.
Right. Look at us. We're trying to make up another tag team. Yeah.
You, Mari, and Brandon, let's go.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy, HASTHE to the 3RD. As the third, I also goes by Hazmat. I'm a professional photographer. Do work for a couple of professional women's football teams, and I actually work for some wrestling promotions also. But we're gonna get straight to the nitty gritty. Work with my tag team partner, Mr. Brandon, the guy, that guy. One half
Yes.
of championship culture, one quarter of the wrestling realm.
Yes.
With my co-host Dwayne, the realness, Allen, and the Jack Daddy, Mr. Hollywood.
Yes.
Brian H. Waters.
Of course.
Yes, our listeners should be familiar with Brian. He came on with us last year. Amazing to have him on. Yes, Brandon. I mean, the belts, the guy. It's you, the expert.
I'm gonna say this, and he's gonna hate that I'm gonna say this. Welcome to the Wrestling RHAP presents Championship Culture. I'm Brandon, the guy, and remember, every belt has a story. So, with that being said, let's get into today's concept. So, I'm the guy. That's my super producer, has the third. We come from the wrestling realm, which we do a separate, I don't want to say show, it's kind of like another brand of the wrestling realm called Championship Culture. And as you can see, it's all about these beautiful belts. Sorry, I almost did it the wrong way. These two that we're holding are our custom belts just directly for Championship Culture. We do have wrestling realm specific belts, but his is in the corner. But we're here. Of course, we're
up top.
Yeah, he got same one. We love belts. We love wrestling. We love talking anything. And if you ever tune in, myself and Dwayne are kind of like comic book nerds too, and wrestling enthusiasts, and we like throwing it out there and throwing Hugh down rabbit holes. So check us out every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for the Championship Culture. Every Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. for the flagship Wrestling Realm Now podcast. So,
yes, I love it, Brandon. We kind of reached out to you guys because one of the things I saw a few months ago was you guys made the championship belt for the wrestling clubs championship belts, I believe, right? Yeah. Victor Perry and his wrestling club. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So it was actually a crazy story. We went to a event in New York, and you know how you walk past someone and say, that might be him, not paying attention. Then we were introduced to him, and he said, hey, I really want to get the club a belt. And I said, okay, not a problem. Started making the connection. I'm kind of like a belt diva, as needless to say, because I'm always like, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that, maybe we should do that. They always tell me I'm too critical about certain things. So I wanted to make sure that the belt won, the idea behind it, and this is exclusive to you guys because I haven't even talked about it. I wanted to make sure that the belt was something that a male or female could appreciate and feel like it's a world champion. I wanted to have elements that when you look at it, you saw, wow, this is a title that means something to me. Whatever you're doing custom belts, I want to make sure that, it's to you. But with a whole club, I was like, all right, how can I put some creative razzle dazzle into it and everything like that? And asking Mr. Perry, do you want this? Do you want that? How about this? And then his reaction was, well, what do you think is best? What about this? Like something as simple as the belt has no stones, but on the side blades, that's someone said, hey, it's going to be a lot of kids touching it. You don't want stones to pop off, take away the look of the belt. Little things like that I had to think about.
Smart.
Yeah, so I was like, make sure. And I was like, what needs to be the best thing? What color scheme? And it was just like a whole thing that happened. So finally, belt was done. And if anybody ever received a belt in the mail or any package in the mail, you're feverishly tracking. I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be there today. Oh, did you get it? Did you get it? And I wanted to see what's going to happen. Lo and behold, the kids loved it. The video went viral. I was very happy that, because I'm always nervous, like, will they like it? Won't they like it? Is this going to be good? Oh, did I do the right color? Did I do the right, So it was a thing where he very much loved it instantly. The next day they were on the road with it. I don't know if you heard about the Cody thing. I'm just glad that these kids are having a chance to have a safe space where they can be them and appreciate what we as an adult appreciate. That we might have been in our day, in their time, like if we were their age, we had to be closet wrestling fans. We couldn't be out saying, I go watch wrestling unless it was with one other person that knows about wrestling. Just like comic books. People look at you crazy when they say you like comic books. Oh, you get thrown into that. But I'm like, it's cool to be a geek. It's cool to be a nerd. Like, it's actually a good place that we're in. So I was happy that we were able to be part of that. And me and he fight a lot, and we kept fighting
Yep.
over what color, what
All
this.
the time.
I was like, "Do you like this? He's like, "Well, you gonna do what you want anyway." And I was like, "I think this will be better." But I'm happy they got the belt. I'm happy the things that they're doing, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. That first week in April. So this ought to be interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
We got some
damn.
Amazing.
surprises.
Give these men a Nobel Prize. Like, so
Like
wholesome.
it's a lot. Yeah, it's so great. And I'm so glad we're here with you guys. Like, so today we are going to be doing something a little bit different, dear listeners. We are going to talk a little bit about the highlights, but then we're going to get into a tier list. Our listeners do love when we break away from format and do like a tier list ranking. And because, of course, we got the belt guys with us, we're going to be tier listing championship belts, championship titles. Should I actually be saying belt? Brandon, are you on like the Victor Man
Wow.
side of
Oh, what? Who?
hating
Say
when people call it
say-
belts?
Say
Right,
whatever you
redacted.
belt, championship,
Hey.
strap, whatever.
We know what you
whatever
mean.
your
We know
preference
what you
is,
mean.
that's what it is. I'm not Vince McMahon. I'm just happy that people are
Yeah,
talking
thank
about
you.
them. If you like them, I love it. You can call it whatever. Hey, championship culture. We did a whole episode about does the strap matter. We did a whole thing about does size matter. We've done some different deep dives into different things and different terminology when it comes to belts. Use whatever you want.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
Yeah,
And-
and I feel like personally, we'll get to the belts, but I'm really excited to talk about the belts, to rank which ones are trash, to rank which ones are at the top of the tier list, all that stuff. Because I feel like it's like a diamond. You got your cut, you have your clarity, you have your charisma, and you have your
not the uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
carrot. I don't. We'll get to it.
We'll get
Full
into
transfer.
it.
He's going to retweet that. He's going to quote it. Just be careful. He act like he's not taking notes. He's going to be like,
Hey,
what
just
did he
steal
say?
it. Steal the tweets.
He's going to retweet it and post it and say, look what Matt said today. He's going to tweet it. Be careful with your quotes.
There you go. There we go.
One other thing I think we should talk about real quick before we get into the highlights. We are all currently in the running for one of your custom belts. We are all participating in a mutual podcast, friends, 4 Sides of the Ring. They are having a 3-count trivia tournament right now. Me and Matt, of course, participated, and Brandon and Hugh. You guys represented Wrestling, right?
Correct.
And yes,
I mean, is it canon, Mari?
We're not going to talk about the results. We're just talking about how we can't wait for you guys to check out the tournament. As soon as it's posted over on the 4 Sides of the Ring YouTube, we will post it in the Job Has a Squadcast Facebook group, and we will tweet it out and everything like that. Go check it out. Me and Matt had
much fun.
So
much
fun. You guys, you guys have fun too.
Let me ask you this: were you stressed out with some of the questions?
Were we? Yeah, I mean, I kind of like disassociated from myself, so I was like, it was just like on another level, So I'm just saying, I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to give anything away, but I still have my little flashcards of all the answers. Right?
Yeah, we're not going to give anything away, but for our listeners, our category was women's wrestling. So
okay.
Yeah, what about you guys? Did they say what your overall category was?
We had the Royal Rumble.
We had the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they
nice.
I know they mentioned that.
So you were talking about stressed out. I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening?
Man, my body going ahead.
They're like, name everyone who's ever been in a rumble.
For 3 seconds or less. We're like, what?
Yeah.
And it was a couple of things with titles, but it was like mainly with the Rumble. But it was crazy because I was like, I don't know this fact, I don't know this stat, but okay.
So shout out to our friends at 4 Sides of the Ring. We'll make sure we'll put their handles and everything in our show notes and show description, so you guys can go follow them and make sure you catch our episodes. I think both of our episodes drop like pretty soon, like within the next day or two. So and then we'll see if we'll see y'all in the bracket.
We'll see how the brackets move.
We'll see how we'll see the bracket.
Or maybe we won't. I don't know. I'm just saying it's a traumatic
the winner there will receive a custom 3-count trivia belt that you guys made, right? Designed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what it looks like. Do you have it? Can I see
I
it?
don't
probably
have
should
it yet,
to
but
me.
Oh.
listen,
We will
but I
have
tell
it.
you
We
that
will.
belt.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know about that. You will see.
I gotta clear off. Would you say clear off a spot for it so it always be right? Maybe I'll replace it right there. So
Let me
you
take
can
something
see it.
down real quick.
I wouldn't move any of those belts just yet. Just
Okay.
yet.
You gotta hang it right there so it'll be above your head.
Exactly. I'll figure something out. Don't worry.
I'm just saying, I'm happy with my little plastic kid-sized WWE championship right now. So, I mean, you know what? We don't need
Everybody
that
has a
belt,
story.
right, Mari? We don't need that to be validated, right?
Nah, I need it.
Right?
I need it.
Right?
She said no, I
She
need it. She said no, I need it.
All right. It's been amazing. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping and then we'll get into the highlights. So if you haven't already, please go rate, review, and subscribe to the Wrestling RHAPup podcast. You can go to robhasawebsite.com/wrestling feed if you haven't already to subscribe. You can also watch all of our wonderful faces here over on the Rob Has a Podcast YouTube page by going to robhasawebsite.com/YouTube in order to watch us there. Like, you honestly should be watching us on YouTube because look, we're going to bring up belts. We're going to have photos. You get to see Brandon's like amazing belt wall behind him. Like, just go watch us on YouTube, honestly. And of course, if you have any long form questions, you can email them at wrestling@robhasawebsite.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Wrestling RHAPup. That's at Wrestling RHAPUP. And of course, I got to plug our amazing Facebook group, the Job Has a Squadcast Facebook group, our unofficial official Facebook group, where we're having so much fun over there. With, like we said, Grace is doing some
Scams.
scams, some predictions battles. Elimination Chamber is coming up, so you want to get on the card. Where Grace pairs people up, and then you make predictions, and then whoever wins, they win that match, and they go on to face me, the champion. I am the champion, not Matt. So definitely go check us out if you want to.
Belt just fell off. Wow.
If you want to get in on the Job Has a Squadcast Facebook group, just reach out to either me or Matt, and we'll get you in there. Okay,
We will.
Let's get to it because we got to talk about some belts, some titles, some championships. So before we do that, we just absolutely have to talk about the fallout from everything from last week. And we got to start with Cody. Cody comes out. Where's the press conference?
I put it up because there are a lot of pictures. I know.
Talked about the press conference,
I'm
Matt.
aware.
You weren't there.
I listen to the podcast when I'm not there. I tune in. I'm just saying. But I didn't want to have to find pictures of all of these men. This is the one picture you're getting. Watch on YouTube. You are getting one picture of all of these icons because I can't click around so much because I'm feuding with Mari, who stole my championship. Yes,
okay. So on Raw, Cody came out and he had just a really fiery promo, basically thanking everybody for the "We Want Cody" chants and stuff like that. And I want to say he is firing on all cylinders right now. Hugh, what are your thoughts about Cody's promo from Raw?
He's talking a whole lot of smickety smack.
He is.
Chill out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he need to chill out and sit back because he ain't finishing his story.
Oh.
He's not doing it. He's gonna have to wait till next year. I'm just keeping it real.
Damn. Oh damn.
Are you do you think he's not finishing it because of the Hogan title count? I'm kind of that mind.
Yeah, that's yes. It's too close. I mean, he's too close to it now. Roman,
exactly.
You know, so he might as well just go ahead and break that, and then maybe next year, they'd most likely be in Vegas, maybe Atlanta. You know, Brian Waters said that. You know, maybe bring it home, and he wins it at home in Atlanta. You know, that'd be good for him. But yeah, he's not finishing the story. But I will say this: this whole spill, whatever's going on here, because I feel like we're being worked. First of all, overall, we're just being worked by the system. But Cody, he's definitely going to be, or actually, he is the biggest baby face of all time right now.
Yes, he's killing it. He is really killing it. Like
past John Cena levels, past Hogan levels now. Like, he's there.
The minute you think the audience is going to get tired of him, like, he has that charisma to pull them back on side.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Brandon, is Cody finishing the story? Is there a lot of hot air?
I
Wow.
think that he has to finish the story. And the reason I'm saying is 3 years ago, under a different creative body,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have a story grounded in so much realism. We got to give Triple H his due that
Mhm.
he is not making us feel like we are I don't want to say casual wrestling fan. We're the
Yeah.
smart wrestling fan, that we understand the trials, we understand everything. We know what he means. We understand what Dusty Kids are. Everything that's been referenced in this story, we know because we've seen it. So
Mhm.
I think if he doesn't finish the story, I don't want to see it again next year because I'm on the fence. I want him to finish
Yeah.
it because post Mania, what is Cody Rhodes? How many more times can you whoa and have the crowd excited with
Right.
nothing as the payoff? If he didn't
Exactly.
have this and now faced about finishing his story, if he would have just lost at Mania last year and moved on, but he kept, keeps coming back to this. How can you come back to it another year? And when I say I'm on the fence, more of like he has to finish it because the Hogan record is too close. But Triple H has given us a lot of taglines in this era of wrestling. The longest reigning women's champion in modern history.
Right.
The longest reigning Intercontinental champion. He's really trying to. He even said the Miz might surpass and be tied with the record for the most Intercontinental champions. What's wrong with saying Roman is the longest reigning champion in modern history? But if you're this close to the Hogan record, maybe you do move him to that. But then, does his win anywhere else matter as much as Mania because you built this up so much? If he wins it at SummerSlam, I don't care. He wins it at Survivor Series, I don't care. And I definitely don't want to wait till Mania next year for him to win it. So I feel like he has to. It's too much of we want Cody. It's just too. You can't deny it. You can't. And the stories are too grounded that it's like, all right, I got you. You got me last year, but you won't get me again. You get me again this year, I'm not gonna care about Cody on Monday Night Raw after Mania.
I agree. I completely agree.
That makes sense.
So Matt, we got Cody, but Seth is out here too. What are your thoughts on this dynamic here?
I thought he was supposed to be injured, just sitting at home with his baby,
No.
cooking for his wife, doing all those things.
Come
But
on, it was a minor injury.
fine. Fine. I mean, it's fine, but it's just like really what we should be talking about is like, why is he inserting himself into this situation that he doesn't need to be in?
Okay.
But I'm into it. I'm into whatever they're giving us. So the problem is like when we look ahead, like Mari last week, and you know what? This is us most weeks, but you had your tinfoil hat on.
I do.
Tinfoil Mari over there. And I get it. Like, but I feel like the more tinfoil that I put on my head, the more I end up being disappointed that I can't be as brilliant as Triple H. I swear I'm not applying for a job at WWE right now. But I am. It's like it's so good, right? So if we get a tag team match with I can't possibly right now I can't wrap my head around what we're gonna get, but I think we're gonna get the best option at Mania. But what is it? Is it Cody and Roman? Do we get like night one Cody or night two Cody and Roman? Night one is a tag team match with Seth and Cody versus Rock and Roman. I don't freaking know. I don't know, but I'm actually okay with it. I'm okay with whatever we're getting. That's how I feel about it all. And also, I should just mention, like, I could do one more year. Like, if they said, okay, third time's the charm, Cody Roman at Mania. But I think, like, my thing is, like, if they do want to give it to us, they're going to earn it. Like, they're going to have, name a legend who is, like, so I'm thinking of people who are no longer.
This is like once in a lifetime, twice in a lifetime.
I almost said like they should bring back the Big Boss Man or something, or just like really switch it up on us, Yeah, and actually, bring him back if you can.
You're spiraling.
I'm spiraling. But like Triple H will earn whatever they give us, so I don't want to speculate too much, even though I know that's our job, because I just feel like I can't think of like what they're gonna do, and that's the beauty of it, right?
Yeah, I think, I mean, with Seth here, it's like Seth interfering here. I like his fire. I like his fire. I like his passion. It's like they're kind of holding him off until they find his who he's facing. Which, come on, at this point, it just has to be Drew. I'd be surprised if it's not Drew. I guess we'll talk about that later on in the week. But like, I like that. I like that this is kind of, somebody on Twitter said it's like Seth and Cody teaming up is kind of like Goku and Vegeta, like going from like enemies to friends. Yes. Yes. And it's really good. It's keeping me interested in Seth. And then, like we said, it's kind of grounded in reality where like Seth is begging Cody to pick him, and he's like, I need you to pick me, because he knows his big match with CM Punk is gone. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I like all of it. And I like,
because you seen those pictures of Punk lately.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Wait,
He in the gym getting jacked, and he still got
Of
his
course
thing
he
on his
is.
arm. How you working out with that on your arm? And he was at the press conference. He's in their face for a reason. I don't trust Triple H at all.
One small arm, because he can't work out that arm. But
that's interesting.
Yeah, go look at some of the pictures. They had pictures of him in the gym. And remember at the press conference,
I have to
most of the time when people are injured, you don't see them. But Triple H is letting us see them, like Dakota. She had her knee brace on. You see Charlotte Flair. He's letting you see them. But if they're that bad, you wouldn't see them. Like, somebody got a neck brace on, I don't think you would see them. But it's a reason we keep seeing these people, because he kept Dakota out of the story that one week to bring her back the following. And why would CM Punk, yes, great broadcaster when it comes to commentary, because he added an extra layer of spice that I ain't know.
He was really funny. Yeah.
But he had the thing on his arm, but then now pictures are surfacing of him. And I'm like, is he really injured? Because he got a beat down on Raw, but
See, that's what I'm saying. I love Triple H, but I feel like we're being worked. He might not be as injured as we think he is.
Because
you know
that's why they keep toying around with us. And I'm gonna just say this: I want to hijack your show. Do you don't feel like this part of wrestling under the Triple H regime has built so many stars that at any time you can insert anybody anywhere?
I agree.
And you care.
Yep.
And that's what I think he's doing, because we got all these people lurking, and it's like at any time, think about it. Next week, we could care about Chad Gable again. We could care about
that is true.
You know, and there's no discredit to him. We could be like, oh, well, I want to see Ciampa fighting for this. I want to see Gargano. No matter what happens, it's just like, oh, I forgot. I do want this. Give me that now. Oh, no, I want this instead. Oh, wait a minute. You got so many things lurking and twisting and turning. You're like, I don't know what I want anymore.
You know what? And by the way, just back to CM Punk in the gym. Like, I found a picture of him in the gym, but he doesn't look that jacked, so I'm gonna show it. But maybe there was a different angle, you know?
Yeah, the other one was him from the front, and he looked like he was like this.
Look at that face. Look at that face. He's deeply in pain.
It could be.
But why
it could be that they had to call the audible in the ring. Maybe they thought it was worse than it actually was. Maybe after evaluation, it wasn't as bad as they originally thought.
Hopefully not.
Right.
But why does he look like the freaking Terminator?
I mean, he's still injured. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but Brandon and Hugh, you're right. Now, we were just talking about like what was it? Was it the Monday after the Royal Rumble? Where it's like when CM Punk went down, Drew McIntyre comes in with the Player Hater of the Year award promo, and I was like, "Oh man, do I want to see him face Drew?" Then Seth comes over to Cody and is talking to Cody. I'm like, "Oh, do I want to see Seth versus Cody?" So it's true. It's very Sammy. Next man up. Yeah. Sammy out of nowhere.
That's why.
You got Shinsuke still spitting his myths. You got a lot of people that you could intertwine. You're like, wait a minute, why do I care about this many superstars at one time?
Exactly. And I love Shinsuke. I love Shinsuke. I'm glad that he got the win this week over Sammy. I love it. Oh my God, I love when they fight each other. It's like always the best.
Thank you. Please tell Hugh
take you back to the NXT days.
No.
Yes.
Hey, I told you I went down the rabbit hole.
27 stars. 27 stars.
Yes.
All of the stars. Truly, that's one of the matches I go back to. I think that whole takeover is I'm pretty sure it's my favorite takeover
from start to
Dallas.
Finish. Yep,
start to finish.
It wasn't. I
Best
don't think
card.
it was a bad match on that card. Now that you said, I don't think
Nah,
it
it
was.
wasn't.
Nope.
I remember waiting for that match,
Oh,
but I'm
wow.
like, you're giving me all these good matches. So sorry.
Alpha, American Alpha versus
Oh,
the
American
revival at
Alpha,
the time.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yep.
one of my favorite matches of all time. when we had.
Wow.
And that's when I started paying attention to American Alpha because it was like, oh, these guys are serious. They're serious.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were gonna be comic. Oh.
I miss Jason Jordan so badly, but he's doing so great as a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Cody's playing the babyface hero. I mean, he's saving Sammy from Nakamura and Drew. He is like you said, the biggest babyface right now. And then on the flip side, we get to SmackDown.
Such a piece of.
Oh my God, this was amazing. This was completely amazing. We get to SmackDown. Not only does Roman come out and he's kind of like, we need you dumb hicks to get on the same page with us. We need you to
I mean,
boo.
yeah.
He says it like he's like.
I mean, they are.
They are trying so hard to get this crowd to boo The Rock, and they are, but they're still saying the catchphrases. He's like, I don't want y'all coming out here acting silly, saying these catchphrases. When my cousin comes out here, you better. I was just like, this is amazing.
The fact that he introduced The Rock was, I mean, he was leading up to The Rock was crazy to me. I'm like, is he second
opening
act?
act?
Rock now?
Yes.
Yeah, opening act. That's how I was like,
Yeah.
oh, am I missing
the
something?
opening act?
Oof.
Like, are you Paul Heyman right now?
My God. I cannot, like, this is why I definitely want the tag match, and then I want to see where this transitions to, because you teased us with a Rock versus Roman, but now they're with them on the same side. I'm kind of like, oh my God, this is
cool
too powerful. Yeah, it's just too powerful. But also Roman taking like a secondary seat to The Rock in just small, subtle ways like this, or like walking behind him, leaving the press conference and stuff like it's so subtle. And I'm just like, what is this going to lead to? You know what I'm saying? So, but yes, him prompting the crowd for The Rock to come out, I love the goosebump shot though, first and foremost, before he got into his shtick here. But I mean, just from top to bottom, heel Rock is just my favorite. And this was a master class of.
The man came up with.
Brandon, talk about the shirt. Talk about the shirt for me.
Yeah, please.
When I first saw that shirt, I said, "Are we back in 1999?" I said, "Did he cut the sleeves off his shirt?" And it's crazy because I said this. I was telling somebody that shirt has a different aura to it. The Rock just has a different presence and a different aura. The sunglasses, the Hollywood Rock, the eyebrow raising, jabroni. Then you look at Roman with his shirts and his sneakers. It's a different type of aura. He commands so much attention, and it was like that shirt said, "Oh, you're going to talk." He's doing that on purpose. I bet you. And I didn't even look. That probably was the number one trend because they had to do something. And don't take this the wrong way, because Stephanie McMahon was trending earlier, so they had to do something so much over the top to push that out of your mind. And that was perfect right there, because even when he opened, it took him long because his music hit. It took him a little longer to come out. Like he was like, "No, cut the sleeves off because I'm about to go out there." And it was like he wanted to show I got muscles on top of my muscles, and don't forget my fingers even got muscles. So we just see all of it at the same time. It's such a different aura. Nostalgia for us that grew up watching The Rock fighting the corporation, The Rock joining the corporation, The Rock fighting Stone Cold, fighting Triple H. We know The Rock's fight. It's nostalgia for us. And for the new fans to say, well, why should I care? Oh, I should care about this guy. He kind of looks like a big deal. So it kind of overshadowed, and I'm like, oh, this about to get good.
About to be great.
I'll make another comment at the end, but it was like, okay, Rock, all right, you modernize yourself. Let's see what you're gonna do.
Hugh, this your guy?
I'm not gonna lie, I popped. As soon as I saw him come out with that vest, I was like, oh my gosh, he's back. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, his whole spill, I'm not gonna lie, his promo and whatnot, it's still corny, but I loved every bit of it. I loved it. Man, I felt like I was that little 12-year-old kid back in the day in the basement watching the big box TV, watching Raw or pay-per-view or whatever. and he's just going off, saying all his top catchphrases and whatnot. I was just gone. But that's the kind of phase I'm in right now. I'm just literally in like fan phase now. Because
It's
look,
good.
I'm just so confused. Triple H is just hitting us with so many different things, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
come on now. I'm tired of guessing.
Mm-hmm.
So let me chill.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just enjoy it. But I loved every bit of it. I
Matt,
loved every bit
did
of it.
you enjoy it?
I love it. I love it. I love it all. Like, number one, to start with the shirt. Why? I know that shirt costs like $10,000. I get it. But maybe a little cheaper with the sleeves cut off last minute. Who knows? But I also feel like I could maybe get that shirt at a Goodwill, and I like that
You
The
could.
Rock's fashion is very accessible to us normal people. So that's number one. But
You
two,
know, this Monday people gonna have that shirt on.
oh, I know.
I saw people buying it
1000%.
on Twitter, like looking for it as soon as
Oh,
yeah.
I know they probably had like some people probably got it Amazon Prime to their arena and had it before the show ended. But you know what? I mean, like the other thing about it, I didn't want to love it, but I just love The Rock dragging. Like I love anytime someone's like genuinely dragging the fans because like you just think of shout out to Lo from Wrestling Wind Down as like one person who tweets so much about this, but like I'm thinking of the people who are there like not wearing deodorant. I'm thinking of the people who are there like wearing their sweatpants that they've been wearing for 5 days straight. And I mean, The Rock called them out, and I think it was I like that. I like that. I mean, I love that from The Rock, and we get all the goodness from him. And one thing I just want to comment on that you and Grace were talking about last week, Mari, is that like face Rock does a lot of running down his opponents and dragging them, and like we're gonna get that with him and Cody and maybe even Seth, right? But I really love how he's focusing his energy on the fans rather than talking about how trash his opponent or how trash like the person on the other end is, because he's not like burying his opponent, he's just burying the fans, and it's
that's a good
hilarious.
Thing. I didn't think about that. That's
true.
That's
and boy, did he bury them. He said, "Yo, 50 wives,
6
yo,
feet
inbred cousins." He went in on Utah. He went in on Utah. They booed while he was going in on him, and he still got them to say his catchphrases.
Yep.
Still,
At the end of the day, yeah.
Wait, I'm like I'm looking up where else they're going to be. I'm looking up where else they're going to be between now and Mania, because I just want him. Like I'm like, is he going to go into the Kentucky and talk about their inbred families? Like I don't know. Arizona, he'll be there maybe.
Like
yeah,
Kentucky,
I'm ready.
they might not have. They can sell out now. He might be going to those places because let's be honest. If you go to a wrestling country, if you come to DC, it's going to be packed. You might have like 400 or 500 seats not filled. Not a big deal. You go somewhere to Kentucky, you might have like a couple thousand not filled, or a 4,000 arena that looks empty. So they could be strategically placing them to make money. I mean,
that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Why not? Because
he opened it with like, "Congratulations for setting the record."
Right.
He got me with that one. I was like, oh, they set a record.
It's sold out because they said you and Roman will be there, and Emma's like, oh, he got it good. Okay. Good job,
I'm excited though. Like I'm looking at the schedule. I don't know where he's gonna be, but they're gonna be in like Texas, in Tennessee, in Wisconsin, in North Carolina, in Illinois, just outside of Chicago. I am ready for him to drag any of those places and to laugh my ass off. So bring it. Just bring it.
I'm with it.
I think we gotta talk about though that they didn't really say anything though. Like, did they tell us? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't we still don't know what's going on.
We don't know what's happening.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you think, Maria.
Right.
Come on.
Like, I mean, the bit that I did like was him saying, like, you guys had the biggest WrestleMania match in your hands, and then you went and cried, and now you want Cody. Like, that was so funny to me, but we still don't know what this is all leading to. You know what I'm saying? So it's been really fun, and I do like the way that they're going here. They're building up hype to what we don't know.
And Brian H. Warner said it. Give us Seth versus The Rock, night one.
Dog.
Oh.
I didn't even
And
want that.
and I said if we do that,
Didn't know about
give The Rock the world title, and then Cody the WWE Universal Champion, and then they be on different shows. That way, Cody can stay on Raw with that belt, and then The Rock will be on SmackDown, and Roman really plays second fiddle to lead us to SummerSlam match for that world title.
Uh-oh.
That's my mind is
See?
blown right now.
See?
Like I just
Think about that SummerSlam match. Think
That's
about The
wild.
Rock versus Roman for the world title at SummerSlam.
mm,
You talking
But
about
what
making
if-
the title pay attention to a title?
Mm-hmm.
Look, could we talk about Cody versus The Rock? Are we getting Cody and The Rock?
Do we
Down
want
the
that?
line. I
Do
believe
you
so.
want-
I
believe
think
so
they
down
can
the
make
line.
us want it. You think? Wait, uh-oh.
Yeah.
You think we're
We
getting
can-
it?
Yeah,
I think
we should
Seth
get it.
versus The Rock would be better. Because remember, Seth was about that, at the press conference. Seth was ready. Seth was
Mhm.
he was for the what. I ain't gonna say the word, but Seth was ready for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
he was with
who
the
better
shits. You can say it.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
he's
know what I mean?
Dusty's
Cody
kid,
not
so
with it.
of course he's
Cody
gonna
is
stand
just-
up.
Cody just got to fight adversity because he's the hero. But
True.
Seth can insert anywhere.
Seth and Rock, that match
That's
would be better because Seth can just wrestle a broom. So I would honestly
You got
want
that
to
huge
see
Seth
that
can wrestle,
more.
bro.
Yeah.
You
I
got that
got-
quote?
I got-
Okay.
I got.
I mean, he got that Shawn Michaels in him. So
I'd pay for it.
yeah.
I would
So-
go. I would love to see that at SummerSlam. That match could probably overshadow any other match, especially with the world title. Now, do
Do
they
you
need
guys-
the title to wrestle?
No. Do you guys think The Rock is sticking around that long though?
What is he doing?
I think
Right?
he's
He ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing else to do. He got football season. That's about it.
Like
Coming up.
Yeah,
killed his
UFL
movie career
starts-
right now. It's kind of on hold.
Uh-huh.
And remember,
He'll
because of his
disappear for a while.
contract, he can't do
Go
both.
ahead, my bad.
Remember, if he's doing wrestling, he can't do movies because
Yeah.
he was the cause of that. I don't remember how many millions, but when he got injured last time when he was doing both, the
Yeah.
studio had to shut down because he couldn't do the movie that they were doing because he got injured, and it
Right.
caused him all that money. So most of the wrestlers got in that clause. That's why Cena can
Wow.
only come back when he has no movies.
Yeah. So Rock has no movies right now? Is it because of the
Not
strike?
right now. Not that I think of.
I think he was banking on, and this is just my thought pattern. I think he was banking on being the front runner for DC, and when the Black
Mhm.
Adam didn't perform, and James Gunn
Oh,
took over,
right.
when James
Right.
Gunn took over and went a different direction, they kind of derailed him. Because think about if you banking on something for 10 years that I'm about to do
Yeah.
this, you got him to change the course of a whole movie to give you your own movie, and of course you're going to turn down certain things, and you're like, I'm about to be the head of a franchise, the
Yeah.
figurehead for it, but. That's
Shout
my
out-
personal thought.
Shout out to Grace. Grace went into that in detail last week when we were talking. I again was like, I have no idea that was happening. So that's
It
true.
wasn't a bad movie.
I know nothing.
I just understand why people didn't like it and they didn't go see. I understand, but it was actually a good movie. I like it. I'm a comic book person, so I like it.
Right. My husband is
Yeah.
too. And what I was telling her was my thought process was I remember he announced that he was going to be Black Adam like freaking 14 years ago. I think
You
I
said
was
in
like,
2006.
Grace looked it up and it was 2006. Like I remember being like in college or something like that
Yeah,
when
it was crazy.
when he was talking about it. So
Yeah.
so what I thought when it finally came out, and the reason why a lot of people didn't go see it is because like, it's been so long and DC has not been good. Unfortunately for him, the movies prior to that had not been good. So it's like nobody's making it a priority to see DC movies. So
Mm.
okay, so let's just move on into the tier list. We'll save some of our other stories for this week because, of course, me and Matt will be back midweek to talk about our Elimination Chamber preview match. We will have the guys from the Four Sides of the Ring with us talking about the preview. So we're very, very excited about that. So I would say stay tuned. Of course, we're about to talk about titles, but if you're looking for more wrestling, make sure you catch us later on in the week, and we'll run down through the card and we'll talk about everything that's been going on. So let's take a quick break, and then we'll get into what we're really here for. We're gonna rank some belts.
Oh
yeah.
Okay, we are back and we are ready
Oh,
to
damn.
tier list some championship belts. Matt, throw that tier list up there.
Mari, not you big eing right now. Like,
yeah, the
ooh,
sexy voice.
yeah,
big,
belts.
big meaty titles.
Oh my god, bro.
No big meaty
Slapping
titles.
belts.
Big meaty titles. Oh, love it.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, this is good. I'm done.
Hey,
Brandon,
Oh,
come
shoot.
back.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I'm here. I don't know what happened.
Like,
Oh, no.
I promise I didn't mean to run you off.
No, I can hear. I just can't. Wait. Oh, sorry. Did my wife?
You're crying too hard right
No,
now.
we can hear you. We can hear
You
you.
can hear me?
You're-
Okay, so I'm
yeah.
you all day. We can hear you. So there we go.
Okay, there we go. My
There we
Wi-Fi
go.
was trying to cut.
It's
cut
oh
off.
yeah, sure. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mari,
Like
what are we
Yes.
doing? What are we
Okay.
doing?
What are we doing? Okay, so we are tier listing championship belts. So for right now, our tier list, we have it set up here. So the top one is best design. The second one is beautiful title.
So
The
beautiful.
third tier is meh.
Meh,
Meh.
meh.
Fourth tier is barely acceptable. And of course, the fifth tier is trash. Like we
Trash.
didn't really want to like mess around with this tier list. This tier list was pretty good, so we didn't make any funny names for it. I'm gonna be straight up. I think this is pretty good. And Matt, do you want to scroll and show the people some of the belts? We have so many.
Ooh, damn.
yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
So we have like all of the belts. And again, if you're not watching on YouTube, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
We are not tier listing all of these
No.
belts. There are probably 100 here.
There's so many.
maybe.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
a lot. Damn.
It is. It is a lot. So what we're gonna do is we decided this time around we are gonna go category by category, and then each one of us is gonna nominate a belt for that category. So for example, we will start with the trash category, the absolute trash category. And and then one of us will pick a belt and then we'll discuss it. And we'll talk about does it belong in that category. And honestly, this is for the panel.
There we go.
It can be, you can give whatever reason you want to. It could just be the look of the belt, or it could be the legacy of the belt. You can do whatever you want to explain your ranking. And then at the end, we'll take a picture of all the rankings. We'll post it to our Facebook group and our social media, and we'll ask everybody, do they agree with our rankings? So
Mhm.
I feel like, Brandon, I got to put you on the spot. It's
Uh-oh.
only fair to go with the guy, first and foremost, telling us what his number one trash belt
Here we go.
is here.
Uh-oh.
What is
Number
it, Brandon?
one has to go to the 24/7 title.
I knew it. I knew
There
it.
it is.
Where? Okay, this is going to be the fun part where I am
It's-
like, where
it's
the
on the
hell?
Row 2, column 2, all the way
Second one
down.
is- Yep, second one is
There you go.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
trash,
you know what?
trash.
What is so okay? Like
We can
explain
explain.
explain the belt, maybe like describe the visuals of it a little, what you don't like about it, all
for
that.
the unfortunate audio listeners.
Yeah.
So the problem I have with this belt, not the reveal, the fact that you tried to modernize a hardcore title,
Yes.
but when you look at this belt, nothing about it says a championship. It looks like something that I
That's
would have
true.
made for my backyard federation, and then you put 24/7 just in the middle, like,
Mhm.
and then it was no thought, no effort. It's a circle with two squares and a green 24/7 in the middle. It was just like, this is how could I call
You wanna
myself
zoom
a
in?
champion?
Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in on it. Oh, damn. We
Well,
can zoom
Sorry,
in.
Brandon,
what
keep
I'm
going.
getting, I
Oh,
know
you're
what I'm
okay.
getting you for your
You're good.
birthday. I know
You said what?
exactly what I'm getting you for your birthday.
You know what the second
What
belt.
is the second belt?
That's
And
it
then
right there.
how it was so There's no banners. There's nothing. It's just like,
No,
give me a circle and slap it on there. It looks like a cheap watch. Like I feel like
it
it's a watch you
does.
would get out of a
Yeah.
bubblegum machine. You know, and like it's just so bad. Like everything about it. Like, why did you even try? Like, remember when the TNT title was first debuted? You could tell it wasn't finished. This is like they finished it on purpose to look like trash. So,
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
completely agree with this.
I
Like the
agree.
like I love colored belts. Like I get like it's like, oh, sometimes people think colored belts like devalue it. So I do like colored belts, but
Colored
this
belts.
is everything that Brennan said. It's just like it's like it's supposed to be a clock. It's 24/7. There's nothing about it that screams seriousness, which we immediately learned. Like nobody was serious about having this belt. You know, R-Truth did a great job making this belt relevant. And the even more travesty of this belt, not only just the design, but that they completely dropped the ball with the content. Like
Yeah.
we had talked about it before they even introduced it, that like a hardcore championship or a 24/7 championship in the age of the internet could be so powerful because you can get so many social media engagements and views just randomly throughout the day. And R-Truth did a great job of doing that when he did. That's some of the most like the funnest times. Remember, like I would get a
24/7 I-95
banner.
Europe.
Yes, on the golf course. I remember him on the golf course,
Oh my
like
God,
getting
the
it off the
golf
golf
course.
course. Like
Yeah.
just he was on a tarmac, a plane. You know,
Yep.
like that was
I love
so
that.
fun. And then they dropped the ball on it till it was like a Scrappy Doo, Scooby Doo a belt where 10 people are running after it in the middle of the show. Like it not only was the design lacking, but the creative, it was like they just gave up on it a few months in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Hugh,
but you know what?
anything? Oh, Matt.
I just have to jump in and say they did have like different fun moments, but we forgot about the belt for the most part. Like I personally, as a fan of I can't get over her new name, Ash by Elegance, aka Dana Brooke. Ashy by
Wow.
Elegance. I appreciated her run with the belt. I let and maybe this is as a women's wrestling fan, but I liked when some of the women got into the mix. Maria Kanellis, pregnant, winning the championship was a cute little moment. You're like, how are they gonna beat a pregnant woman? So there's a lot of that, but yeah, it's all trash. Like I wonder how much I know they spent way too much on the belt. I don't even care how much they spent, but way too
And
much.
I hated that they did this match will be for the 24/7 title with no interference.
Yeah.
Like you're
Right.
you're stopping the stipulation that the belt has. Okay, that
Mhm.
makes sense. Like we're gonna have a drag out real wrestling match for it, but that's
Mhm.
Very. All right, Hugh, you're next up. You want to
Okay.
Well,
choose about here? Matt's gonna zoom out here a little bit.
Way out.
let's stay in the same ballpark. I saw that hardcore title, the Tommy Dreamer custom.
Oh, uh-oh.
Ooh,
It was
This
where
on
is
one?
it?
Where is it? Where is it?
No.
It has the license plate on it. I know I saw it.
Oh, I
license
did
plate.
with the New Jersey or
Yeah.
whatever Philly on
New
it.
York,
okay.
yeah.
I'm trying to look for it.
Where
Let
is
me
it?
see.
It's
Yeah,
up
where is
I'm
toward
it?
looking
the
on.
top. I literally there are too many damn belts. That's one of the problems
There's
here.
so
They
many.
can't
I think
all
it's
be hits, right?
Oh,
There.
the next to the NXT title, and
Yeah.
There we
There it
go.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, that
that
Let
is
was.
me move it
bad.
all the way.
It's like I kind of
Okay,
get the
wait. Yeah, we need to
concept.
zoom in because I don't remember. What the hell?
I don't even
Wait, so
remember this
that was
belt.
the
You don't
top.
remember
I
this?
don't
Exactly.
either.
Exactly.
It was the Tommy Dreamer custom.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Tommy Dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy
Tommy
Dreamer.
Dreamer.
Yes.
Like I
Wait,
get it for his character because
what?
hardcore, ECW and
ECW
whatnot.
legend.
He has the barbed
Mhm.
wire. New York, of course, the Statue of Liberty. Doesn't say champion on it. I don't know what the side plates say, but you just have
Ugh.
the license plate on the front of the daggone strap. Like, okay, like we could have did something better than that.
We
Like it
definitely
just
could have
didn't.
did something better than that.
And it was a
Hey,
European title under it, I think.
yeah,
Was that
yeah,
what it was?
Uh
I
Oh,
huh.
I
believe it
love
was, yeah.
the European title.
But that
Yeah,
just the
this is
Wow.
appearance of it,
bad.
like, is trash.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Wait,
didn't
hold
even
on.
know there
I'm
was a
gonna
custom
I
hardcore trap.
no,
Yes,
I
Matt.
didn't either. And I have to look, I'm gonna just for us, I'm gonna pull up a picture of this because this whole belt is actually ridiculous. I'm gonna as we keep talking, just know it's coming,
And when
and then
the
we
kid
can
knows
look
it,
at
it's
it
probably
more
gonna come up when
closely.
you Google it. He always
No,
has
it's
his
what,
in his
or
hand.
I'll drop it in the chat for us to look at, so I won't mess up our tier list. But
Yeah. So
okay, it's kind of wild because
yeah, explain it,
I'll
Matt.
start to talk about it. Let me just drop this so you could all look at it. But okay, so on one of the like they have side plates, but then like side plates, which I think is like one really. What are you going for here? But it's
Oh.
did this happen like right after 9/11? Because the
Oh
one of the side
yeah.
both the side plates,
Oh, I ain't think
like
about
one
that.
of them is like Midtown Fire Department, like New York Fire
Yeah.
Department. The other one is World Trade Center, which like, you know, as
2001.
someone
Yep.
from the New York area,
It has
I
a
just
I
would
love New York
say
sticker
that
on there, a big apple sticker.
I'm just saying I wouldn't have put this on the on the championship like this because
Wow.
it didn't do it justice. And the Statue of Liberty is right in the middle too.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
she has
What are
barbed
we doing?
wire over her. Like, what are we
Right.
doing
What are we
here?
doing? Too much. Too much.
That
Yeah,
is
and then there's the New York Police Department on one thing. Like, what the hell? This is actually
There's
kind
too
of
much.
off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
about
know.
this. That was a good one. That was a good one, Hugh.
Good.
Okay.
Like, is it the thought that counts? No, it's not.
No, it's just
It's
trash.
not.
It's just because the
All
hardcore
right.
title was neat in its existence, and then you had this shit like a custom hardcore title. Why?
Yeah, you don't
Right.
need it. It's
Yeah,
you don't need it.
Especially
All
for
right.
somebody like him at the
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
bring it out for me here, Matt.
Yeah. You're choosing one.
Yes, I think I'm gonna go with something that I like. I'm stuck between two. One, I just don't like the look of, and I
Mhm.
can't place it. But the other one, I was just like, I truly hated the redesign. So I want to go with the Intercontinental Championship. That's right next to the hardcore one. The at the bottom, the one that almost looked like the 24/7 title.
Here?
Yeah, I think that's it. Right? Is that it?
What are we?
no.
I mean,
Oh my
let me
gosh.
move it in here and we'll zoom in. What
Yeah,
are you?
zoom in.
What are we looking
Is
at?
that the
I feel
one?
like, oh my god, what is it?
Yes.
It is
I
an
hated
Intercontinental
this.
Championship. Wait, what?
Is
What,
that
Mari?
is right? I can't
What?
see.
When was it even from? It is an
This
Intercontinental Championship.
it
Yeah.
was I think it was just from like 2 years ago.
What?
Yeah, I forget who had it or I
Sami
want to
Zayn awarded Shinsuke this as a new belt from the white strap
Yeah.
Wow.
because
yes,
Cody
from
was
the white strap.
AEW because they
It's
were
weird
trying to
on
erase
me.
Cody because AEW had just started.
Exactly. Thank you,
And
Brandon.
that's what this.
Exactly. It was horrendous. You remove the white stripe, which is one of my favorites, and then
Yep.
you put this. To me, it has that same ugly spacing as the 24/7 title. We're basically looking at them right next to each other. It's I just don't like it, especially in a step down between the white stripe intercontinental white strap to what they have now for the intercontinental belt. It was just like I think I like Brandon was saying, sounds like they wanted to take that white strap off as soon as possible, and they just rushed this design to get it out because it's ugly. I'm sorry, it's ugly.
Wow. Drag it.
Is it just
Drag it.
me? Is it just me?
No.
I like it.
You like it?
I'm
I
okay
like
with
it.
it. I can deal with it.
You
I
know
mean,
why I
it's
like it?
cute.
Because of the think about this: the undisputed belt came out; it was just gold and black, right?
Right.
Everybody hates it, but now everybody loves it when they don't see it. The gold and
Right.
black works for me, and it works for me because it was different. And this was like the first wave of let's try to make some belts different so they can't be replicated. And
Gotcha.
I like the feel of the belt because it around certain people's waist it looked like it's the mid card belt. It fits
Mm.
that mid card. I know it's not gonna be the most important belt. Like the Oval IC felt like anytime could be the world champion, but this feels like a mid card belt to me.
I
And
don't
it helps
know.
that Shinsuke had it. I mean, a lot of people had it. I think about it around AJ's waist, it looked like a mid card belt. You know, I feel like it gave me mid card feels.
And it is a mid card belt, but I don't feel like it should look like a mid card belt. I just I like the coloring is fine. I have no problem with the coloring. It's just the faceplate to me. Like it's just too simple to see all the letters like that, and
going
then just
around
like
it.
these two globes on the side of them. It just doesn't feel. It doesn't to me. If you zoom out, the Intercontinental Championship has such a rich history, and it's gone through so many redesigns, and this one just does not look to me
And
like
they took
it's
away the
a
banners.
championship. Yeah, like a
If
championship
it had a
belt.
banner, you probably would have liked it more because the banner is one thing
Probably.
that was constant through all of them.
Exactly.
There was always a banner on the Intercontinental, and it was like, we got rid of the banner and put it in a circle.
That's a good
Exactly.
point.
I think that's what it is. I just didn't. I feel like it's almost like a toy belt almost.
No, it looks. You know what? It looks like a high school class ring. You know, it's just that shape without like the gem in the middle. Yeah, that's what kind of what it reminds me of. That's what it looks like.
All right, Matt, you're up.
Okay, so wait, I kind of just look. There's one that is so ugly, and I don't know what it is, and then there's one that's really ugly, and I do know what it is. And so I would just like to have the opportunity, if you all approve, to put the ugly one I don't know in, and then the one I do know.
Please.
Because this crap is so ugly. What is this belt right here? It's like the WWF. It is ugly.
Yeah, it is.
WWF on the rim.
WWF.
Purple and green on the rim with two little stars in there. There's like a red gem on the top, but then and it looks like a little police shield kind of.
No, good off
it does look like a yeah.
Okay. Oof. I just felt the need to put that under trash because it lived rent free in my head. But you know what? The one that I want to actually put in is this I'm looking for the copper tag team championship.
The copper
right
tag
there.
team.
Right
there.
Yep.
Okay, I couldn't tell which one it was. I thought that this was so ugly, and it wasn't even actually the plate of it is hideous, but horrendous even. But the color of it just was not right. Like it was a little too penny. It was a little too cheap. And you don't want a belt that is giving you copper. You want a belt that's giving you gold. But it just looked like off. It was all off. I'm offended. And
Brandon,
then there's like
any
two
insight into this belt.
Yeah, what is going on? Please, I could keep going.
Brandon,
I won't keep going.
Hey, look at his face.
Oh God,
I was trying to say because to this point we had gold and silver belts, and then they did something different. It was like it's differently bad. The Trojans, to me, Trojans have nothing to do with wrestling, and they were trying to go for this trope. So just putting two Trojan helmets back to back, why are they not facing forward? Why they look like they going the opposite way? The color was weird because on black with copper, and it looked like a penny. Then you did it worse and said, now we're just gonna make them nickel and dimes, and one has red and one has blue. So it was kind of like the strap is beautiful. The actual strap design because it has so many details. It's wider. It's different. The strap is great, and then you have the side plates. And don't get me wrong, some of the side plates, and
let's see it.
The side plates are cool, right? Like if you look at the first one, I had the WWE around it, but why couldn't we make that removable so you could have a removable side plate there? And then this one works out well because it's the Trojan facing, but this should have been a removable plate. And don't get me wrong, it's like, it just says I'm a WWE Tag Team Champion. Nothing about it is just like it's sad.
I definitely better in silver though.
Oh, go back. I was going to show you the strap real quick.
Oh no, it is better in silver.
The strap on it, the details of it.
Cool.
If you see around it, the tooling, everything about it was great except for the main plate. Like everything. Look
I
at the
see
details.
That. But you know what? We're with the belt, with the strap, whatever you want to call it. It's all about like Lex Luger. It's all about the total package. So if you don't have it, then I'm sorry, you're disqualified. You are in the trash. You're in the trash quicker than Medusa's women's championship went in the trash.
Or what you call it? Missing it.
Okay.
Mhm.
What's
I
her
love
name? Missing
that.
the belt altogether.
So we've all picked our trash. We've all picked our trash belts.
Yeah.
I want to actually hop over to I want to hop to the top just in case we run up against time. We're still good on time, but let's hop to the top. Let's do best
Wow.
design. Are y'all with me? Can we do this?
Oh, let's
Let's
go.
do
Let's
this.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So let's
Shucky ducky
do
quack quack.
let's do overall best design. I'm gonna start, and I don't care what anybody thinks. This is just me personally.
The Divas Championship.
No, never that, Matt. It's gonna be the glow belt. Why? What? Duh.
Oh.
Right.
It is the
okay.
glow belt. Naomi's custom SmackDown Women's Championship belt, where she completely customized it to glow in the dark. If you watch Total Divas, they want you to think it was behind their back. I don't think so, but it was a great storyline for the show. I absolutely love this belt. Why this belt wasn't sold, I don't understand, because
gosh.
I would have 7 of them.
Right. They would
Speak
have
I
made
would
a lot of them bad boys.
Little
I would
kids could
have
have had that
7
in the
of them.
arena. Adults would have had it when she came out. You could have seen
Mhm.
everybody with the belt. I mean, that
Makes absolutely no sense. It
Yeah.
is to this day one of my favorite women's belts. I feel like it's probably one of the only customized women's belts. Brandon, right? I can't think of
Yep.
anybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Well, Lay
Nobody
Right.
else
Cool
is. But that didn't
when
count.
they
That
split
was
the titles.
Oh, that's funny.
that was trash.
Yeah.
That was. I'm sorry. I think Layla got the short end of the stick, but that's a story for that's another show.
Mhm.
Yes, but not too many women got custom titles. So for Naomi to get a
right.
custom title is just amazing and just shows the star power that she had. And I just cannot believe they did not capitalize on this belt when they had the chance. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Not at all.
So that's all. Feel the glow. I'm glad she's back.
You know
My
what?
girl's back.
Good for her. Good for her. And us,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm
How you
gonna
feel
go.
about that
I'm gonna.
music though? How you feel about
Oh.
our new music?
I actually like her new song. I'm not gonna lie. Which is like really weird for me to say. Normally I'm the first person to be like, I
Yeah.
hate the new music. But I actually liked it. I was rocking with it. I was like, she does not miss. Like we even liked her song over on TNA.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. I felt like it needed
Russell
more
and Flo.
or something.
It was
Yeah,
needed a little
shout out to
something to it.
Russell and Flo. Yeah, I actually really like this one. I'm just glad it has words. I'm so sick and tired of
Yeah.
these like rock anthems with no words. So I was just honestly glad that it had
Right.
Like what?
So,
Who's coming out the Rumble? What?
exactly.
Right.
She looked like she was having fun.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And then I love when she does the Ring of Saturn. So yeah, I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite belts. We'll go with Matt. We'll go
Okay,
we'll go
good.
with Matt.
Because I'm ready. So I have to. It's really hard. It's really hard because to separate like the nostalgia from everything. But you know what?
You don't
I
have
have
to.
to.
You can pick whatever you
No,
want to.
I will. I will. As an impartial source, I'm gonna go with the Hardcore Championship, and there are a couple versions of it that are here, but I'm gonna go with the car crash, even more beaten up version of the Hardcore Championship.
Yeah,
Just
the
because, like
broken
the
eagle
broken eagle,
wing.
all that, with the WWF one, because I just even remember the origin story behind that, and I think it was like Mick Foley's belt at the time, and then like it turns like it was the winged eagle that turned into the Hardcore Championship, which I just love how like they took a big swing doing something creative. It looks like trash, but that's the point. It fits the hardcore division really well. So I mean, I've always been a fan of that Hardcore Championship, just the gritty look. And then the way that it was so like the belt was chaotic, but the whole hardcore scene was constantly chaotic. So that for me, the Hardcore Championship's the one. But I'm curious what you all think, because you could really put the hard. I mean, it definitely doesn't go under beautiful title, is what I'll say.
Right. It definitely served its purpose for sure. Like it fit its division spot on.
Yeah.
So I can see where you can come up with that. Yeah.
And it brings a lot of, like you said, nostalgia and memories to it. Like that when we had this hardcore title and you had a really fun hardcore division that was fun but bloody, but like, you know, really felt like something different. Yes, very entertaining. Like that's what you think of when you look at this belt. So I completely understand that.
Oh my god, it actually, you just made me want, like, on Peacock or the network for all of our international listeners. I wish, and maybe they do have it, but I would love like just a compilation or a collection that's just the Hardcore Championship, like hours long, just because it's so freaking such a good belt, especially like earlier on or like mid existence for the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Hugh, you're up. Best design, your favorite title.
I actually didn't appreciate this title, but Brandon knows. I'm about to go with the spinner, the John Cena spinner.
And you mean like not the U.S. Championship spinner?
God.
No,
that one's so ugly.
US,
that is really ugly, actually. Where the hell is this belt?
I saw it.
We're looking. I wish I knew how this was organized.
I know. I think
I bet it's pretty clear, like pretty good.
There's a rated R superstar one.
Honestly,
I saw it on there earlier.
I did too. Is this all the way out?
You can't see it.
That is true.
Oh, there it is. It's
Where?
It's really small. It's really small. Right under the North American title. To the left. To the left. Up. Nope, you pass it right there. I think that's it. I think it's just really small.
No, that's
not really. No.
That's not the spinner? Oh,
you know what? We're gonna screw it. If we find it later, let's do it. We're putting the U.S. Championship spinner in there. Maybe it was so ugly that
so ugly.
Oh no, that's the rated R one right there.
Wait, no.
Wait.
I saw it earlier when I looked at it earlier.
Where is this championship? Okay, well,
God, this is great podcasting.
Wow, what a great episode of podcasting. You know what? Here, I'm just I know, but I'm gonna put the US. This is mostly an placeholder. Medium. Come on,
actually, that's a beautiful belt too. I didn't appreciate.
I mean, I love it. You know what? The diamonds around it looked so good, but like the font on it looks like straight up crap.
I hate it.
I was about to
look, he got it.
Spin it.
Right.
Keep spinning. Wait. Keep spinning it. Keep spinning it. Let's go. Watch on YouTube. Keep spinning. Spin.
Oh my God.
Spin.
Brandon, show the one that Hugh actually picked, please.
Oh my God, that's actually like a very.
You
know what? And also like in a world that was like more patriotic, that was upside down.
Look at that. You see the stitching on the strap, the red, white, and blue stitching.
That is pretty cool.
Ooh, and you know what? Remember when we used to be patriotic, everyone?
Yeah,
we all used to be patriotic. That's what a throwback. But that is actually really ugly.
I will.
The more I look at it, I'm like,
I actually think it's not bad. Like, I think it's better in person than that picture. That's for sure.
Could you imagine if Tommy Dreamer did this with his custom hardcore championship, just putting on American flags? Damn. Oh my God. Okay, wait. This is so good.
Brandon, do you have the John Cena spinner belt?
Yeah, let me grab it.
We can't find.
It. Yeah, maybe we can match. Maybe we could find it after we look at.
I know I saw it on there. I know I'm not.
I did too. But, no, you're not tripping.
Wait.
It's just
let me look at this and try to figure out what order this is in.
You bring up Brandon while we
yeah,
and then you look.
Brandon, you have the belt.
Yes.
Right there.
How are you? What's your how do you have this all organized? Okay.
So Hugh, tell us what you like about the spinner belt, the WWE John Cena Championship spinner belt.
Oh,
if you
damn.
think about it, it fits John Cena's character at the time perfectly.
Yeah.
He was big into the hip hop culture, and if you look at the main plate, even to the side plates, there's a lot of
Jeez
jewels.
Louise.
What's
So many diamonds.
what's one of the major things in hip hop, the hip hop culture? Big chains, jewelry, being
Mhm,
loud.
mhm.
So like if you
Hmm.
look at it, it presents all of that. It's
It
just a lot of
does.
stones on there. Is beautiful. He got the Jeff Hardy on there.
You
Okay.
got the
Oh,
flex.
damn.
But
Yeah.
it makes
Brandon, I
sense.
like that
The
you're
spinner.
our belt model.
Okay.
It's so good.
Right.
It's so
Right.
good.
I don't know if you can see the Monday, but there's a lot of stones on this belt.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
so
lot of
many
stones,
Yeah.
man. It's
stones. You
beautiful.
got to
It's
be
beautiful.
careful with that one,
Wow.
Oh yeah,
huh?
this only left the house for Jeff Hardy to sign it. I actually brought it off for somebody. I got to
Damn.
replace the nameplate. I'm trying not to let you see the nameplate because it has a different name on it, but it
Ah,
works. It
There
actually
we
is.
go.
It has the
It
red
that's
just fit.
stones
It
on the
nice.
just
bottom.
it just fit the culture at the time with the spinner,
It
Ooh.
did.
the whole
And the
aspect of it.
way
This
it
was
spins too.
hmm
Hmm.
this was
Wow.
technically what the first network title, right, Brandon?
Yeah, it's technically the first one that they put the logo front and
Yep.
center.
So
Oh,
Wow.
as far as
yeah.
marketing, yeah, it was on point. So
It
it got
You
became
a
know
lot of
very
what?
sales off of that
iconic.
title.
It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
was.
It
That's
became very
pretty
iconic,
cool.
very easily recognizable with
Yeah.
John Cena being the face of the company. That's a good shout. We'll have the US as the placeholder for now since
Yeah, it'll
we
stay
cannot find
here
a belt
because
to save our
I
life.
literally don't think they have it on here. And
There,
it also
that wouldn't
reminded
even
me of
make
like
sense to not have it
it
on
rem
there.
no, but I think
I could
you
have
know
sworn
what?
it's
I think
I
they just
thought so.
forgot it. I think they forgot it. But if we see
Okay.
it, we'll but wait, let's
We'll
keep going. Let's keep going.
yes,
Best
yes. It's
best
Brandon's
designer.
Brandon's
turn.
turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon.
All right, so for best design, I kind of gotta have two since we doing this because they gotta go
Sure.
hand in
Please.
hand. The oval IC at the very top on the left, and
hmm
he's gonna know what goes with that very well. The Big Eagle.
hmm
They were the
There it
best
is.
design belts during that time, and the Big
Where's the
Eagle's
big
in the
Oh,
eagle?
top
it's
row
all the way at
next
the
to the
bottom.
yeah. No, you can
Oh
use
yeah,
that
you
one
got
right
that.
there. Yeah,
This
use
one?
that one next to it.
No. Next to it.
Because it
Correct.
came in blue and black, but next to the Evolution
Oh,
The
belt.
there we
blue.
go.
Yeah.
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 So
Oh
they was one of the best
wow.
designs because I feel like they go hand in hand. When you look at them, they look like one's the precursor to the other,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
and it was the natural progression of an evolution of a belt. So, like,
Yeah.
especially for the Big Eagle, there was an episode where me and Brian debated over the Wing Eagle versus Big Eagle. Then there was an
Yep.
episode where me and Hugh talked about who wore it better. And to me, the Big Eagle just feel like it was, look at this, look at me, look at me. And no discredit to the Winged Eagle, but the Big Eagle just
It just smacked
it
you in the
screams
face.
attitude error. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
Yeah.
attitude error. Everything about it. Even when you look
Big and
Mhm.
at
bold.
the
Yep.
oval IC, I'm important. I'm just as important as that person. And a lot of the matches were just as important.
Mhm.
And look at it now. The recent episode talks about the bloodline. You had The Rock, Rikishi, and Umaga all hold this Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
So it was a
Which
big
one? The
deal.
oval one?
The oval
The
I see.
IC.
Yep. The
Yep.
over I see.
okay. Yeah.
And it's been through some
Mhm.
changes, some subtle changes. Same thing with the Big Eagle, like of course the network logo and everything about it. But a lot of people don't realize that the Big Eagle has the sidebars now built into the side, what a lot of people like the Wing Eagle for. So when you look at it, the
Mm.
sidebars are always prominent in the Wing Eagle, but the Big Eagle has the same sidebars. They just fit it into the design a little bit better,
Mhm.
so it won't be destroyed.
Yep.
Champion is screaming at you on both of them that you know it's a world
Yeah.
champion. So
Mhm.
I think those two belts are the belt that live in my mind free because you can
Wow.
always default to great matches with either one of those belts. Best design.
I learned something new today. I that's amazing because I didn't even think of it. I didn't even think about that. I don't think I've seen the big eagle belt that I can think of. Who you said so? Who's like one of the legendary reigns for it? The big one, the blue one.
The blue one, he's going to say Kane, but remember
Kane.
that was what Stone Cold introduced.
Oh.
But when that
Yeah.
one in the purple stripe was introduced, they had to hurry up and change it because the oil and the sweat from the wrestler made the
Yep.
color change. So then they just put them both on
Ah,
black straps. But when you think about The Rock walking to the ring with the Big Eagle, him and Stone Cold, him and Triple H, I feel like it's
Triple
more
H.
like the
Yep.
Triple H belt.
right. Okay.
Even when it
That's probably
became
why I
undisputed.
hated Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I love everything. Like, think about it, when The Rock was flicking behind him, Stone Cold walking to the ring, like, look at
You
me. It's
dragging it,
like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh man, they felt like a big deal. Like
They
Stone
did.
Cold with the Wing Eagle, not a lot of people remember that, but they remember him with the Big Eagle. And not to say that his
Yeah.
matches weren't as good, but I feel like the title helped shape his reign.
Yeah.
It fit the era. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so funny because this is the first time I like really, really like examining the belts, and that's a great point.
Yeah. And I'm gonna throw this
Wow.
one out. That's the only belt on that era that actually said World Wrestling Federation on the front. Most of them just said the name of the belt. It's the one that actually had the actual. So when you have the WWF logo or WWE, it actually said World Wrestling Federation under the globe. So that way, it was kind of like when you look at it, WWF World Heavyweight Champion. It's like all in one row. It's like, oh, it's no discrediting what it is.
Gotcha. Okay. That was fun.
Sorry.
So
A
no,
lot of belts.
that was great. I
yeah.
love that. That is literally what you are here for. So
Educate.
yes, so we filled out the trash tier. We filled out the best design tier. I think now we'll go around the horn and you just pick whatever belt you feel like talking about and put it
Mhm.
wherever you want to put it.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
You like
this
this?
is gonna be fun. Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Ooh.
we'll go back. We'll go back like we did, like a snake draft. Brandon,
Mhm.
pick your belt, talk about it, place it, let us know.
So I can't just pick one because I want to talk about beautiful design,
Please
and
go
it
for
comes
it.
from a brand that was ended too soon. The WWE NXT UK titles.
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah.
the
I knew
ECW.
it.
Oh no, the WWE NXT champion, the tag team champion, and the women's champ.
And
All
throw
three of
them
these
all up
belts.
there. Yep.
All
Which
three
one
of
Hold
you
these
on.
talking
belts.
about though? You
Where?
talking
They're
about the
over
one
here. They're
with the
right
NXT
there
or the
Well, let me
down.
zoom in.
No,
Let
one
me
over
zoom in
is
for this.
the tag team. All right, so you got we moved
No,
now.
it's
If you
on
go
Wait,
the
by
other
hold
side.
on. Wait, I'm zooming out. Okay, there we go. Where is it?
It's on the
So
left
right-
hand side, right?
Uh-huh.
Scroll down. Scroll up. Oh wait, no, it's on the right now. Yeah, it's
Damn.
go to
moved.
the middle where the
Yeah,
North American title is.
Oh, wait, there's one.
There's
Oh,
two. I'm right
yeah.
there. That one and
Yes.
the one
Right
next
here.
to it to the left.
Uh-huh. Okay, we're
Okay.
gonna just move this
Yep.
up here for now. We're gonna move that up. I think that's one of them.
Yep, the
That's the
tag.
tag team, right?
And then right below it by the US in the SmackDown Women's belt are both
Oh,
right
yeah,
below it.
two of them,
Yeah.
right?
Because
Mhm.
one
Okay,
of them
we're gonna
says
get all of
NXT
the
and one
UK.
says WWE.
Yeah, there we go.
Those
So
Okay.
designs
what
are
tier do these all go under?
Beautiful title.
design.
Beautiful
Wow.
belts.
I completely agree. I really wished I got into I had time to watch the NXT UK when it was
Mhm.
on because I know there was amazing matches and stuff like that, and these belts are beautiful. It just was not enough time in the day to
Yeah.
Yes, it
watch
was
all these
wrestling
shows.
overload. And we was wrestling overload at the time, but all four of those belts,
Look at those
if you look
belts.
at them, they
Woo!
just
Yeah.
scream UK. And
Yeah, they do.
I
The
was so
king.
happy that they kept the men's and the women's belt, just changed the strap because it made it
Mhm.
feel like they were on equal playing field, whether it was the
Yeah.
regular network, the NXT, and this. So it kept that same theme going. But when you look at the tag belts, the thing that screamed with the tag belts, look at the sidebars. They added a little jewels at the top. I'm looking at the belt, and the black and gold just
Mhm.
makes it scream a
Oh,
little bit more.
you got it?
Yeah,
Because we love to put you on the
Of course.
jumbotron.
Of course.
Brandon,
of course.
We're-
This is
we're getting
This
your
We're trying to
steps
stump
in
him.
today.
Yeah.
this tag belt. When I tell you it's beautiful, I'm gonna start from the side. All right, so
Ooh.
Snapbox is pretty basic, right? But I don't know if you
Mhm.
can tell. Look how it's raised. The strap is actually a little thicker
Yeah.
when you get to this part.
Oh my
And
god.
look what's around the nameplate. How this border has
Yeah.
this floor pattern around it. And then the sidebars have jewels on it and it's black and gold.
That's
And
so
if
pretty.
you look at the center plate, look how it's different. The strap. And let me try not to let the light catch it. But look, you got the
Wow.
two globes. It says tag team,
Mm.
red jewels around it, strategically placed.
Uh-huh.
Everything about that center plate and the strap around the center is just right in here. If you see that,
Wow.
Is
it's just
that
perfect.
is that like a lion and a unicorn?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
European
yeah,
part of that flag. I think it is.
Yeah.
And it's
their
like
flag. Yeah, the
Yep.
United Kingdom flag.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, this belt
Wow.
It was so full belt tip, and of course in the
The
snap box
gold at the
NXT.
end.
Yep,
We love
in the
it.
snap box they put NXT with the
Wow.
WWE logo in it. So many
That's
details
so
in this
good.
belt.
Yeah, that's what I was
Full
gonna say.
belt
The
tip.
attention to detail is like
Yes.
next level for that one, and
And
I
that's just
feel
the tag
like
belt.
no,
Just the
we should
tag.
be selling these. I feel like this feels like the Home Shopping
Well,
Network.
yeah.
Like for $399.99.
And to keep
Right.
the logo going with all of them, with the lion, the lion and the unicorn or horse on the
Uh-huh.
side, it was just perfect that it still was that theme that when you looked
Yep.
at it, it was like, oh, that belt looks so good. Like you
Very
just keep looking
consistent.
like, yeah, and the red stones just make it pop so much. It's like, why does this belt look so good? You know, and it's the fact that the strap had extra, it didn't have any tooling. Most straps have tooling around it. There's none on this. And it's
Mm.
like the raising of it made it just that much more important. So those are my
Wow.
beautiful belts. That
Those are some good belts. Those are some very beautiful belts.
Yeah.
All right, Hugh, it's your turn again. What you got for us?
Okay, wait.
Go ahead,
I'm
Brandon.
gonna.
Go ahead and grab that brown strap real quick. You know which one I'm talking about. Oh, she might be in
Uh
the
oh.
case, right?
the
Which
North
one?
She's in
American,
Yeah, she in the case, right?
she in the case, you know it.
All right, well, don't worry about it.
Uh
Uh-oh.
All right, go ahead and start
oh.
talking about it while I'm
Well,
grabbing it.
it's simple, but it's to the
Mhm.
point. It just
Mhm.
like the way I'm big on colors. So
Mhm.
the brown strap complemented with the gold, it like
Oh,
it
wait a
just
minute.
pops.
The North American?
Yeah. The North American title. It's
Yep.
This one.
Wrestling is
it
for
this
no.
Is it the? Are both
But
of these the North American Championship?
yeah, it was on there twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let
I
me
don't know.
put them both up, and they're both beautiful, right?
hmm
Okay,
Brandon has it right there.
not under. Oh,
It's
well,
dual
not
plated.
Okay, and then we're gonna pull up Brandon
We're gonna pull up Brandon.
solo layout. Okay, Hugh, talk
See, like
about it.
like I said, it's simple. You have the globe in the background, but of course in the foreground you have North America. You know, simple to the point. It tells you exactly what it is. Champion across the championship banner. You have the banner on the top. Simple to the point. You can show them the strap or whatnot.
Ooh,
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
even
see,
realize it
look at
was
the definition.
brown. I
Yeah,
don't know why I thought it was like a burgundy red.
yeah. I
for
mean, it
some,
kind of looks like a little burgundy red, you know?
yeah. It's
I love
I
that.
like it's actually one of them like one of the most underrated titles.
Mm-hmm.
I
Shameless
agree.
plug. Check that out. Season 1 of Championship Culture.
Wow.
But
The tip has the
yeah.
silver on it,
Oh,
as opposed to you see the 3 silver rivets, and then even on the sidebars. Talk about how the sidebars are. It's
I
like a
love the
play on
Keith
them.
Lee one.
Yeah,
It's like
you
a
know how
play
to
on
put
it.
Keith Lee.
It looks like it's a play on a winged eagle, but it's detached.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like that. Yeah.
okay.
You see that right there with the stones in it?
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
just beautiful overall. The colors they just
It
pop
Wow.
is.
at you with the black background,
Ooh,
with the dual
The
and the
black
plated.
way
background
the
is good.
the light.
It just
Ooh,
pops. NXT at the top.
there we
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like the wide strap too for some
Wow.
reason.
Oh
The
yeah, it
strap
is
is
a
a little
very
wide.
Yes,
wide
the wide strap does
Pull it up
work.
and pull it
Yeah.
up.
in
It's a little
comparison
That's a
different.
to
really wide strap.
Yeah.
in comparison to a
Look
regular
at
one.
that.
So this is the
Oh,
actual spinner. Look how wide the strap is. Kind of like how the tag
wow.
team strap is
It
very
just
wide.
looks like a big deal. It looks like one of
Mm-hmm.
those
Yeah.
prestigious
So that way when you
mid
see
card
it,
type of belts. Yeah.
Like a weightlifting belt almost.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Honestly,
uh,
yes.
it has a and it fits all the way around. It's a neat cut too. I'm trying to get so you can see how the
that's
cut.
a really cool cut. Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Just look at how the light hits that bad boy.
That's
She's
nice.
Boom,
glowing. Look at her.
boom,
And it helps
boom.
that a
Yeah,
lot of black
I love
wrestlers
it.
have held that
Yeah,
have
I
held
was
that
Right.
gonna
title.
say.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna, it like that looks perfect on Keith Lee, just like with the thick. What did you say, Mari? Big meaty titles.
The big
Big
meaty.
meaty. That is a big meaty title. Yes, it is.
Oh my god, big meaty men wearing big meaty titles. What are we
I
doing?
feel like y'all get the appreciation for some belts now, and I feel like y'all like, wait
Yeah,
a minute, I don't know
no,
when this was happening.
This is
Yeah.
good because it like to see them like so up close is like it's definitely different.
hmm
So I'm loving this.
yeah.
And that's a great pick.
Honestly, honestly, if someone was like, Matt, you could see the Mona Lisa or you could see all these championships, I would see the championships
Yeah.
easily.
He's like, I'm
Let's go to
gonna
Easily.
Brandon's house.
Yeah. No. The trip is a lot shorter.
All
Oh
right.
man. There are a
Matt,
lot of beautiful titles.
it's your turn.
But you know
You can
what?
do whatever. You can do whatever you want to.
No, I know. And part of me, like, I'll just talk about something I like with the championships. Like, for instance, I do like the Intercontinental Championship with the white strap. I like the white
Yes.
and the gold. And in general, I like the championships that have like that, just like that sleek look. But let me actually give flowers. And I saw like 2 versions of it in here. So I'm going to put them both up. But my nostalgia pick has got to be the women's championship, like the WWF and into WWE women's championship, only because it was so simple. In a I don't even know where I'm gonna put it. I don't even know. I can't put. Like, we're just gonna put it under beautiful title here because I don't think it's like the best design necessarily, but the beauty of it is just the longevity of it,
Yeah.
like, sure, it just said women's on it, but this was also it wasn't even like really the pre-Divas era. Like, it was even in the Divas era that we got the women's championship. And the fact that like that was their belt and it was such a respectable belt. and And then they played in our face and went with the You know what? Screw it. I'm also going to throw the Divas Championship under trash here.
I wouldn't throw it under trash. I would throw it under
barely acceptable. Barely acceptable. But I appreciate the creativity, but you can't just go from that women's championship to the butterfly belt. And again, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the butterfly belt as much as most people did, but in retrospect, like, what were you people doing? It was almost like they were trying to like roll back the women's role.
They were,
without like going to like the mud pits, without going to like the mud and the gravy and like all of the other things that people fought, like Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson fought in. Shout out to them. But the women's championship was just so solid, and the legacy and all the women who held that, like, that's the Mount Rushmore. You almost don't even need. I mean, obviously, it's hard to like have another women's championship that you would put on the Mount Rushmore, because the modern era has had so many different women's belt designs and designs in general, right? So I'm gonna go with the women's under the beautiful title and the Divas title under barely acceptable, because Mari pulled. Wow, 3 years in and I forgot her name. But no, Mari pulled me back from putting under trash, and I put it under barely instead. So there we go.
Yeah, because I think the butterfly belt, I mean, there's so many reasons why the butterfly belt gets so much hate. Mostly looking like a toy to sell, which was their thing. Mostly because the era itself, the Divas era, is not thought of fondly. I just don't like to trash it too much, because as we now know, and what is coming out a lot more recently, that era doesn't define the women. That era defines the company and the shitty men who were running the company at that time, and their thoughts on women's wrestling at the time, and women too. Again, we did hear some news about Stephanie McMahon this week. And how they strategically kept the women's wrestlers down, and having them do shit matches and having them do bra and panties matches and stuff like that. Like, and all that to say that belt still meant something to those women who did win it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll put it at barely acceptable, because it also started a wave of more women's wrestling fans coming to the product. You know what I'm saying? As much as people like to shit on Total Divas, Total Bellas, that was an entry point for a lot of new women's wrestling fans, you know, not
Mhm.
myself, but you know, I mean, I love
Yeah.
Total Divas, but I was
Sure.
already a fan. So
Yeah.
like, you know, you have to appreciate that WWE was trying to do something to reach out to a larger audience, and they did accomplish their goal so that now we can see what
Uh,
the women are doing today.
you know what? You know what? Here, I appreciate all of that, Mari, but also the word diva. Like I think it's a good word, but when I like, there's a big difference between the Divas butterfly belt and the like. I think of like Beyonce Diva, which like hits
Right.
harder, and I just wish that this belt maybe would have hit a little harder. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
But you know, that's why it's ranked where it is. But 100% everything you said is spot on. And you know what? I would also say, just to talk about the women's championship once more, like whomst among the women's roster today wouldn't want to have that championship belt? We've seen some photo shoots from some of the more modern women over the years where they have like there's some cool photo shoots that WWE has probably somewhere on their website of like people with the older championship belts. Iconic. We love it.
I really wish I really wish that they don't have the new women's titles up here, because I feel like the current the women's world belts and the WWE women's championships are amazing. When they debuted the world title that Rhea is currently
Yeah.
carrying, I thought it was so good. I really love that belt. I really like Io's belt as well. So
Yeah.
they're finally going in a really good direction with the women's belt. They finally feel like on par with the men's and not just the big logo and all of that. So,
by the way, while I'm at it, just because I want to make sure that we address it, we're talking about the women and the belt, and we have great things to say. But where do we want to put Zack Ryder's Internet Championship? It's another one that's just jumping
oh
out to me.
God, in the garbage,
Man.
in the trash.
I will put it in, man.
Brandon put it in, man. I'm good with that. I'm good with putting it
I'm
in.
gonna put it in meh because I do appreciate.
I wasn't
the
there for that
creativity.
run, so
No.
And see, and I feel like that. So during this era, like the Divas belt, it was there because of a reason. So I appreciate the reason.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
the Diva
the
name
brand split
was on
and all
par
that.
with Knockout because they were doing something
Oh,
different
yeah.
at the time.
Oh,
It
that's
wasn't just
true.
women's wrestling. So
Great point.
but remember, it was trying to be
Mm.
like a women's wrestling, and then the secondary belt was the Divas title, and
Yep.
even to the point it was like the Divas division, the Knockouts
Yeah.
division,
Uh-huh.
and then you have Zack Ryder who came along and he's like, "Hey, you want me to get over? Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get people to cheer me. I'm gonna get you to make
Yeah.
money." And you know, this is like a precursor to some belts that we have, like the Digital Media Championship. That he was
Yeah.
basically making a television title for a modern era.
Yep.
And look at it. I don't like belts with their face on it, like the Jeff Hardy Immortal belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
why do we have
creepy.
this? You know,
Yeah.
so it's like he had just his image. So it was like, I get it, but I'm not a fan. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't go say, "Oh, I need to go get this belt. I want this belt." You know, I'm like, you know. So I'll just that's how I feel about it.
But also,
Yeah.
I wonder. I can't remember if Zack Ryder designed it and had it made himself, or
He did.
I think he
okay.
did, yeah.
So
That's how he
Yeah.
got
more
over. So yeah.
more respect. Yeah, that's the because you know they would have made an internet championship and had him like not win it just to rub it in his face.
Absolutely.
But you know what? Just even for like the gall, like you know what, Meh is a good one. Meh's a good one.
Mhm.
I'm
more
good
than
with
very
that.
acceptable.
Yes.
Okay, let's back to our
Okay.
regularly scheduled program.
Regularly scheduled. So it's me.
Mhm.
I was gonna place it and talk about the divas, but we already did that, so that's great. Save me something to do. So let's throw up the white strap intercontinental at best design,
Here we go.
because it truly is. It is one of my favorite belts. I immediately know like what it stands for, the workhorse title, that the title that Cody, I loved Cody's run with it before he left the company, honestly.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I was a Stardust fan. Like I was an OG Cody Rhodes fan. So like I love the Intercontinental belt. I think there's not much to really say about it unless Brandon or Hugh want to chime in. I just think it's a great looking belt that has great history to it. And so my other, can you come out, Matt?
Yeah. By the way, I need to go back and watch the Stardust run, but I was just like a Cody Rhodes fan. I don't know why.
Dashing was amazing. That I love when people call people ugly.
Yeah.
So like my other contribution to the tier list.
Oh my god. You sound horrible right now.
I thought I was bad.
When they
Right.
I love when they get into the crowd. The original NXT title belt, the men's original NXT title belt.
With
Put
the
it in
big,
meh.
is it the
With
big
the
white
X,
X
yes.
or the white X?
No, what isn't
No,
the
the very
isn't the
first one.
big X? Yeah, the very first one.
right
That
there,
one.
yeah.
This one.
I don't like it. There's something about it that I just don't like. I don't know.
It's
just
weird.
Right? It's
yeah.
I don't like
You know, and it kind of is like, what letter do I read, or what order do I read the letters in? Like, is it X and T?
Yeah. It's
I don't
just
know.
not cute to me. I
You know
mean,
what
the
it
only
reminds
good
me
thing
of?
about it is
Too
it
much
did
X.
look kind of cool on the wrestlers. I think I want to say KO did have this belt, right?
Wait, let me see that.
I feel like I do like seeing it on certain wrestlers, but the belt itself is not cute at all.
No, but now that you mention
version
it,
2 fan.
What'd you
well,
say, Hugh?
okay,
I'm more of a
so
version 2. I said I'm more of a version 2 fan.
let
He's
me
about
move.
to say
Yes.
one
Let me move some of these
I
up
do
here
like that
just
one
so we
better.
could like see them all together. So I think it's interesting. Like they had the big. I mean, and I even like the other one where they have the huge X.
That's the black and gold, right?
The black and gold, and then they
Mhm.
have like the white and gold.
I don't even
and
remember
black.
that one.
That's the women's.
They have actually.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the
one.
It's
women's?
silver. Yeah, that's
Yep.
the silver.
Oh, that
is
was the women's
belt.
after they replaced the page belt. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't have to. Never mind. So keep going. Keep going. Shout out to Fidge.
That's what happened. Shoot.
Icon.
Yeah. So
That
because I'm a menace. I like the black and gold. I like the black and gold one. You could put that under beautiful title if you want to, but the original one just does it screamed developmental brand to me. And it was one of those titles where the person wearing it had to make the title look good. So I mean, that's really it for me. We've gone around the horn. Any other belt here that you guys really, really want to talk about? We are all ears. Matt, you too, if there's anything you want to talk about.
You know what? Because I'm really just like looking what jumps out to the eye. I'm gonna move that there. Where I was looking at one of them, and you know what I really didn't like, and I'm gonna call it trash, and I don't care what any of you think.
Don't do it. Don't
the
do
European
it.
Championship.
Stop it. No.
I don't like
No.
I don't like that bright red Arial Times New Roman in all caps font. That
was
what
good.
is
It
so
stood
cute about
out.
What?
It made absolutely no sense, but Shane McMahon carrying it was amazing.
Yeah, but he's not even European like that.
It made no sense, but it was fun.
But see what I mean about the World Wrestling Federation? It was
let me
on
zoom
there,
in.
and it was only on the secondary belt. It was
This
the
one
first
too.
time they put it on the
Put it
world
up with
title
it.
was the Big Eagle. So that's what I mean. See how much it's so much happening on that belt.
Okay, you know what? I have to let me put it. I actually will retract my statement. I'm gonna put the European Championships under. I'll go with Matt.
And
because you convinced me, but I like the flags. I do like the flags on the belt.
The second one is that the Dean Douglas belt?
Does one of them have a green strap? I can't tell. Which one has
I can't tell either. I think it's the second one.
When you look at the detail of like I don't know how they chose which flags they were adding in, but I'm on board.
Yeah, that's a horrible story about the flags kept changing with the trap, and because they didn't know which countries to put on the bottom. And I think it was D'Lo Brown said that they had multiple versions of it, and he grabbed the green strap on his way to the ring one day, and nobody said anything, so he kept using the green strap because they had multiple belts for them to have, and he literally grabbed the green strap to go to the ring. But all of them had different flags at the bottom, and that's why it's so confusing to get one made.
Wow.
And some of them had the J-Mar snap, some didn't. But the green strap only made it TV because he saw it on his way to the ring. He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to use this one tonight." And
wow,
wow,
and that's the crazy part about it. But each
D-Lo.
one has the flags and different. It's like subtle difference about it because different makers made them in different times. And if you don't remember what you put on the first one, oh well, put this one on there. They said they wanted flags because that's why the blues were always different depending on who made it. With the dark blue, the light blue, same thing for the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
I what? Love that.
Let me just add, the thing I really don't like about, I feel like I could have made that in like Microsoft Paint, and then maybe I did. Is
it the red banner that you have a problem with?
I really don't like it. I really don't like it.
It's like my favorite part.
But also,
that's how you know it's the European title and not the.
It's clip art. Clip art. No, I can keep going, but you know what? I have to laugh because I remember the European title, and I remember thinking, oh, like as a kid, like, oh, they're all European. Like I remember Christian having it. And I'm like, oh, he's European. Okay, cool. I didn't know. I didn't get it.
And then D'Lo got it.
Yeah, D'Lo got
that
it.
must have confused you.
No, I was like, oh, maybe he's from
D'Lo belt.
France or something. I don't know.
All right.
What else do we?
Yes,
any others
please.
you want to throw in? Yeah.
So if you look at the top row, you got 3 belts that's next to each other, next to that ugly big green belt. Those 3 belts, I consider those, and I know I'm gonna get flagged people here. I consider them the dead bird belts, and they were just trash because it looks like a dead bird just on there like this,
it's like splashed on the
and they during that era, a lot of the belts, if you go back and look at
zooming way in.
Like in the 80s on back, like 80s, 70s, 60s, you name it. A lot of the belts were similar mold.
Back it up a little bit.
And they used the same thing over and over again. And I just do not like
that. Oh, just on a different strap?
Yeah, I don't like it. They changed
why did they have a bird?
Yeah, and the bird just look like it's dead. Like it's just I just don't like that. I know it's supposed to be like a symbol like they're flying, but all of those belts at that time. And it was like even for the NWA and Hogan, what was it, Hogan 87, I think? Which one was it, dude? The black 80, no, it might have been 84 or 5. That NWA television title mode. They used those 2 different modes for just about everything. They had no character, no uniqueness. It was just, oh, who's holding this belt? Okay, this one. Okay, and I think that one is on this list. If you scroll out, you'll see what I mean about the NWA, but it was the Hogan 85 or 84. It's black and gold. I mean, black and silver. Oh, right there. You see where the Evolution belt is? And next to the big green.
Oh, yeah.
Where the ugly big green belt is.
Yeah. Go up to the top row, Matt. Up.
Oh.
To the right. Right there.
This one?
That design and the other one that I said is just trash. They were on everything. That's trash. They were so many cookie cutters of them. Everybody had one, so it was so many belts. It was worse than the network logo belt. Put it like that.
I agree. Yeah, it's not appealing to the eye at all.
Yeah. Wow.
That's all I got for. We can sit here and talk about belts all day, but I'm.
We really went through anything else has.
Nope. All right.
Out at me because
yeah. It's good. I think we did a great job.
We did it.
Yeah.
And we'll so you covered those.
And we'll take a screenshot.
I'm not a fan of the trophies.
Not at all. Yeah, the Heritage Cup and they got the Heritage Cup there.
I never really understood that, but it's a nice looking. It's nice looking. I like it, but
we'll give it fairly accepeput.
The women's cup that Naomi won when they had to pry Moolah off the top of it. And put a uterus on top of it.
And even the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
How
one's
do y'all
actually
feel
pretty
about
nice.
this? How do y'all
I
feel
like
about the Saudi
Andre.
Arabia belt, the greatest
Oh,
Royal Rumble belt, the green one?
I mean, it's like nice looking, but like, why are we doing this?
For Saudi.
weird.
Right.
Like it's a good looking belt, but you're like, but it's the fact that it's Saudi. I don't want it. Like,
Exactly.
it's like, am I not supposed to like it? I'm supposed to not like this belt, but I like it.
Exactly. I was
For
like, how
reasons.
y'all put the design, your foot in the design for the blood money belt? Okay.
Mhm.
I was
I
like,
mean,
oh,
The blood money
Braun
belt.
I mean,
Strowman
they
ain't
had
never
the
carried that
money.
thing ever again.
That's true.
He held it up and then he was like, "Yep, it's done. You can have it back." So,
Oof.
Oh, this is great. That was so fun. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, guys.
No problem.
We truly appreciate it. Matt, you can take the tier list down.
because
And
everybody has a story.
it truly
It does.
does. We will take a picture of it. We'll post that on
Yeah.
our social media to hear what you guys think about our rankings. Before we go, we will be bringing you the complete preview of the Elimination Chamber
We
on
will.
Wednesday, dropping midweek. But we want to know from the championship culture guys, who do you guys think are winning the Elimination Chamber matches? I have the participants here. Let me list them for you. For the men's Elimination Chamber match, we officially are getting Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre versus Logan Paul versus LA Knight versus Randy Orton. Are we getting any surprises in that Elimination Chamber match? I'll start with you, Brandon. Let's go.
I hate to say that. I think it's obvious. It's going to be Drew.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be Drew.
I hate to say it. I know.
International superstar. Because when he goes over there, I think he's going to get a heroes. Oh my God, we're happy to see Drew. Everybody's going to get a major pop because I think that crowd is going to be hot. But I think it's going to be Drew.
Yeah.
They owe
Hugh?
him. They owe him.
Yeah.
Drew. You know.
Yeah.
He
A
he,
global
he carried the,
pandemic.
Yeah.
yeah, he carried the company through a
Kind of.
tough time. So I mean,
The
Yeah.
COVID
he
champion.
needs his spotlight. He needs his chance. You know, with the
Mhm.
fans, and
And he's
So
a good worker.
one
definitely-
step
definitely.
further, does he take the belt off of Seth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Seth, he goes into it, if it doesn't be Rock and Seth,
Oh, damn.
he's going to get distracted by the bloodline, and that's how Drew is going to get it.
I mean,
Nice.
he already lost
So
You know
like
what?
3 or 4
Drew and
times to Seth. So I mean, I can't see him losing again.
Yeah. So it could be Drew and
Straight
Punk.
up.
Because Punk
Yeah.
going to come back and take the belt off of Drew.
Yeah.
Or Priest
Ooh.
cash in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this cash in too. I keep forgetting that Priest still has that belt, that briefcase.
Everyone.
That briefcase.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they would drop the belts or split the tag belts, but that's a different show.
Oh
We need
man,
that.
I'm telling you, I need those belts separated ASAP. For the women's elimination chamber participants, we have Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and one more to be announced. There will be like a last chance battle royal, I believe, on Raw. Hugh, is it the obvious here again?
I hate to say it, but yeah, the way they've been
Yeah,
building up to it, yeah, it has to be Becky and
it
Liv.
has to be. Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
has to be. I would love
agree.
to see Bianca win.
Yeah.
But I mean, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually very excited for the match itself because, like, that's some big names in there for the
That's a
women,
heavy lineup. Yep.
big names for the men as well. Brandon, any guesses on who will be the TBD?
I want to say it has to be Jade Cargill, but I think they
Ooh.
shot themselves in the foot. What if it's a Trish?
What?
Because let's call it
Maybe.
what it is. And I said this on the Wrestling Realm. We in the United States are spoiled when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
We see this. We can drive almost every week to a wrestling show if we need to.
yeah,
The people in different countries can't. And now they're going to Australia. This is the first time they're going to get a chance to see certain people that they just been watching on TV, or they got to be up 2-3 o'clock in the morning to watch wrestling that we take for granted
right.
that we watch.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
I want
we
them to
do.
have the best experience. So give us a Trish, let her come back and be the person
He did
so
say
they can have that moment. They losing out on CM Punk. I hope he does something there because they deserve it. You know what I mean? Think about if Puerto Rico didn't get
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, all of them there.
Zelina.
Yeah, because it was their moment. They never going to get to see it. What if in what you call it, when we had Clash had to cancel, we didn't have Drew. That was a homecoming for them, but they got to see those people that we take for granted. So I hope that it's somebody. As much as I say it's probably going to be Jade, I would like it to be like a Trish, something to say, "Oh, she's back." You know what I mean? Let her get in there so she can for the fans and get that pop. Because has she ever participated in the Elimination Chamber?
I don't think so.
No.
I can't even think about it. Like, give her that spot if it's not going to be Jade.
Yeah, because I think there are like rumors that Jade was supposed to win it, but then they're saying she was pulled from it. Yeah, so
you know
and
what?
I agree.
And keep her away from it. Honestly, if she's not going to win,
she's not winning. Yeah, exactly.
For her to be Bianca Belair to have a spot. If you're going to give them a Mania match, you don't need that to be in the chamber because that's going to overshadow it.
No.
Now, same thing. I'm going to play devil's advocate. They're in Australia. When are they going to get to see Jade? Let them have Jade because Tony Khan never went there. You know, she got. I feel like when you go to these different countries that you haven't been, give them take the whole roster with you because we're so spoiled. Let them have, even if it's just a meet and greet. Let them have a chance to meet those people because they. Think about it. When the next time they're gonna go back to Puerto Rico? It might be 2-3 years.
Yeah,
at least give them that WrestleMania moment in their country for them.
In Australia, even longer. That's a great point.
Yeah, that is the last time they were there was when Buddy Murphy won the cruiserweight belt from Cedric Alexander. That was the last time, and the Iconics were like the biggest stars ever when they right. I was like. Holy, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Which call is pregnant again, isn't she?
I think they both just had, didn't they both just have babies? And then
Are they
one
pregnant
got pregnant
again?
Yeah, but one got pregnant.
I think one of them is pregnant. I can't remember which one. But that would have been perfect. Let
Peyton,
them come back.
I was going to say they should do like a conjoined twin gimmick where it's both the Iconics, but like sewn together.
Stop it.
Well, which color would sell that? Billy Kay would sell that.
Oh, Billy Kay would sell the hell out of that.
Oh no, no, what I did. If she heard that, she would pitch that to WWE.
Her and Chelsea Green together. Oh my God, they would be insane. Unless it's Sonya Deville. What if Sonya comes back?
I miss Sonya. Oh my gosh, she just got married. Congratulations!
I was
to her.
so happy. I was like, look at her. She looks like she's healthy too, doesn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, she looks like she's healthy. So I said, let it. Oh, maybe it's her. But I really do want Trish. And it's for the fans. Like I'm on their side.
I love that.
For instance, when we went to the what was the holiday tour we went to? We were kind of disappointed because we had like the B Squad, like, and it was like the B Squad of the B Squad. I was like, oh man, the biggest thought we had was Randy and AJ. You know, and it was like, so it was like, that was, but they wasn't in like nothing prominent. It was like they were there, and I'm like, but that's me being spoiled. That what you mean we didn't get Jay? What you mean we don't get Roman? We don't get where's Cody? You know, it was like one of those things like, well, you got Becky Lynch. Where's Charlotte's injured? So come on, give us Bianca at least.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But it was a Madison Square Garden show, so we were spoiled. But give them that opportunity. Let them have it. The fans deserve it.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been amazing. It has to come to an end. Please, I know. Brandon, do the plugs again. You ran through them. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Tell them where they can find you.
I'm Brandon the Gaga. You can catch me every Tuesday on the Wrestling RHAPup Presents Championship Culture, or check out our flagship show on Wednesday at 10:30 p.m. If you're bored and need something to do, go over to youtube.com/The Wrestling RHAPup. Check out all 25 episodes of season 1 of Championship Culture, and catch up on 4 episodes of season 2. This is my super producer. He goes by H to the A, S to the T, H to the E, 3 to the R to the D. Has the third, or as I might call him, a pain in a Hugh. I channeled my inner Drew Willingham on that one. Did you like that?
Yeah, you did. You did a good job.
Tell them where they can follow us, Hugh.
Well, you can follow us on IG at Championship Culture _, or you can check out a playlist on YouTube at The Wrestling Realm playlist, Championship Culture playlist.
Nice.
That's
amazing. Thank you, guys. Matt, where can the people find you? What are you up to? What are you doing?
Oh my gosh! Thank you for asking. So I'm here every week, even if I'm not here. Like, actually, I'm here in spirit. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be working toward my Wrestling RHAPup World Heavyweight Championship. But also, you could find me over on my other show on Rob is a Podcast, Pod Friends, where I'm interviewing folks. I actually have my season finale coming out for Pod Friends. So last episode for a while, but interviewing folks who are in the Rob as a Podcast community. I've had a lot of Survivor players more recently. So actually, I have the one, the only, the iconic Mari. If I told you that my guest has interviewed Madeline Albright, Cory Booker, Colin Powell, Jimmy Carter, almost
they didn't show
Barack
any of those
Obama.
people.
No, they didn't show them on Survivor. They showed Mitch McConnell. We talked about it on the episode. The one and only Dwight Moore Jr., the incredible.
Shout out to Dwight.
Yes, Dwight is a superstar. I'm so glad that we could connect with him and had a great conversation. So check that out. Pod Friends, wherever you get your podcasts, robhasawebsite.com/podfriends feed. Mari, where could the people find you?
Okay, well, other than here as the champion of Wrestling RHAPup,
she had to throw it out there.
You can find me every Tuesday. Me and Sarah Carradine bring True Crime Tuesdays to RHAP with the Crime Scene podcast. We just dropped an episode where it's just me and Sarah talking about They Called Him Mostly Harmless, a documentary on Max. Yeah, it was really interesting. Me and Sarah had a great time just going back and forth with each other. So you can go to robhasawebsite.com/crime feed in order to follow us over there. And the recap kickback is in full swing. Me and Chappelle's show every week in February, we've been ranking the top 5 Black movies. We started off with Black drama, Black biopics. We did Black dramas. We did Black comedies. This week coming up, we are
the best.
We are ranking the top 5 Black romances. And so, yes, there's gonna be. So much
is
fun.
it like actually good, or is it like ironically good? Top 5. Like, what are we doing here?
We will see. You gotta subscribe to the recap kickback by going to recapkickback.com in order to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Chappelle's also doing some Mr. and Mrs. Smith coverage over there. I think we're going to be doing some Chance the Rapper TV show coverage as well. It's whatever his hectic brain comes up with, but of course it's going to be bliggity black. So go check that out
The new Mr. and Mrs.
if you
Smith?
haven't already. Yeah, the new one. Yeah, yes, exactly that. So that's it for me. You can follow me on Twitter at Mari Talks Too Much. That's 2 like the number 2. You can find Matt Scott on Twitter at Matt Scott GW. And of course, we said, we'll also be on 4 Sides of the Ring. So as soon as our trivia episode drops, we will be sending that out on social media. So watch out for that as well. So that's it for this week. Remember, wrestling is for everybody, but not all wrestling is for everyone. We will see y'all next week. Bye.
Hit our song.
Throw 'em up, lay it down just like Matt and Mari. Wrestling RHAPup's gonna make it sorry. Feeling like The Rock cause I'm driving in Ferraris. And we coming every week and it's feeling like a party. Will Ric Flair, showing out like Bianca Belair, Best podcast, flush it in the air, From the rings and we win it, don't care, No cap. Throw 'em up, lay it down just like Matt and Mari. Wrestling RHAPup's gonna make it sorry. Feeling like The Rock cause I'm driving in Ferraris. And we coming every week and it's feeling like a party.